These phonics lessons are produced for non-profit purposes out of love for Jesus Christ. This lesson, we're focusing on syllable division between vowels. However, this first chart shows vowel teams that don't divide, but normally work together to make a single sound. They go down and across in alphabetical order. However, there are no Y as a vowel that works together at the beginning. Y will be as a consonant when it's followed by a vowel. This next graph shows vowel combinations that do not normally combine to make a single sound. Instead, these vowels will normally divide between the vowels, with each vowel making a separate sound. They will divide into two syllables. Here, there is a Y acting as a vowel. Y and O, when layered together, will divide. We'll look at some words that do this and the other things later. And here is a chart showing them both. The vowel teams in black combine to make a single sound. Those in red will normally divide between the two vowels, with each vowel making a separate sound. The blank spots are spots that are very rare. However, there are a few common words that are in these spots, like AA and aardvark and UU in vacuum. E and O will divide between the vowel. Since E ends the syllable, it will be long. Go. Meow, cameo. When EO is combined in EOUS, it divides. However, the O is either silent or acting with the OU to say short U, Again, the E is long because it ends the syllable. Go. Hideous, piteous. When I divides, it sometimes says long I, but it usually says long E. In these words, it says long E. Try these words divided between the vowel with I saying long E. Media, patio. All of these words will divide. The first two, I says long E. The last one, I says long I. Again, the first two, I says long E. The final word, the first I says long I. Radii, aquarium, reliant. UA and UO will divide with U having its long sound. Try these words now. Truant, manual, dual. The ALs are unaccented at the end and therefore schwa. Here are a few more UO divided words. The bottom two are a bit tricky. It divides, but the O is silent. The first U will be long and the second U will be short because it ends in a consonant. Try these four words now. Duo, muon, continuous, tenuous. Again, in the final two, the O is silent. Sometimes when prefixes come into play, different things will divide. If the prefix ends with a vowel and the root starts with a vowel, then the two vowels will divide between. Here are 3 words with prefixes. We'll show where they divide. You try them after you see how they divide after the prefix. Coordinate, pre-exist, deify. Y at the end is accented, so it has its I sound of long I, like it does in a syllable. These 3 words also divide after a prefix, dividing between vowels because of the prefix. Try these now. Bionic, cooperate, de-ice. With suffixes, the same division happens, but it's the opposite. If the root word ends in a vowel and the suffix begins with a vowel, then you will divide between those 2 vowels because of the suffix. These 3 words do that. Let's look at them now. Here is how they divide. Try them. Happier, doer, eyeing. These 3 also divide between vowels because of suffixes beginning with vowels. Let's try them now. You can see where the suffix divides. Volleying, marrying, happiest. Now we'll look at some words from Latin. Words of Latin origin follow a different pattern than words of native Anglo-Saxon English origin. Vowel teams that will normally make a sound in English sometimes divide in Latin. We'll look at some of these Latin vowels that will divide. In these Latin words, you will divide between the I and E, even though it would normally make a sound in English. This shows their division. Try. Scientist, diet, quiet. These top 2 Latin words will divide between the U and the I, the bottom between the E and the A. We'll show how they are divided here, and then you try. Go. Fluid, ruin, cereal. C is S because it's before E, and the AL is schwad to because it's unaccented at the end. These last 3 Latin words will divide between the U and E, and the bottom one between the I and E. You see how they are here, and then go. Congruent, fluent, variety. Y at the end unaccented says E. Here are a few challenging words before we get to our Romans readings. The first 2 have silent H and OUR kind of mush to The bottom one has C as S and a schwad ABLE. Try them now. Honor, honest, peaceable. The first two have G as J because it's before E, and the second one has a schwad A unaccented at the beginning. And the final one, like we've looked at now, has syllable division between the vowels, between the U and the I, because it's before a prefix starting with a vowel. Vengeance, avenge, continuing. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love. In honor, preferring one another. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.